Greetings and welcome to Causeless Joy Tarot. Today we are doing a monthly reading for the sign of Gemini for August 2017. The two decks that we're using today is the Golden Tarot by Cat Black, as well as for our guidance card we are pulling from Kyle Gray, Keepers of the Light. Alright, so let's go ahead and get right into your reading for this month. I do have some information down at the bottom about the astrology coming into the month of August. So if you're inclined, you can take a look at the energies that are also going to be active and present going into the month of August 2017. Calling on my guides, teachers, helpers, all that loves and surrounds me. Asking for guidance and clarity for the sign of Gemini for August 2017. As we look at this energy that is readily available to all of us, what is the highest message for the sign of Gemini for August 2017? Giving thanks to all there that is for perfect clarity, perfect joy, and perfect love for all. And just shuffling the cards a bit more here for the sign of Gemini, August 2017. What energies will be most present for Gemini? What is the highest information that we can share with Geminis today regarding the energies around them in the month of August? Alright, so that feels good. Thank you for clarity. Okay, so let's take a look at the cards, shall we? Okay, and as your primary energy coming into the month of August for Gemini, we do have the Knight of Coins. So, the Knight of Coins, and it's upright for Gemini here. The Knight of Coins comes in with messages or the energy of information that helps to in some way improve your physical well-being, your physical sense, your physical, the way you show up in the world. So what I'm picking up from this Knight of Coins is that he's showing up to make sure, if you will, that you have everything that you need going into the month of August to make sure that your physical, those things that involve you physically are well accounted for, well provided for, is what I want to say there. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the overlighting energy for Gemini. Now, as I was picking up the Knight of Coins, the energy of that Knight of Coins being one of a very direct or provisional energy. Yes, a provisional energy is what the Knight of Coins is coming in. Now, to see the Nine of Cups as your overlighting energy, the energy that's going to be most available to the sign of Gemini in the month of August. And we do have the Wish card here, and the Wish card is coming up in the upright. So that is a very positive sign for the sign of Gemini for the month of August. This Nine of Cups is all about having your wishes fulfilled. You can see here this lady on the card. She has her little dog at her feet. Her cups are perfectly surrounding her head. there's something else at her feet here as well. That looks like, oh, there's a bird down there and some food. So this energy here combined with the Knight of Coins energy really speaks to the fact of Geminis having the means and the ways to accomplish whatever they've been hoping to accomplish, and I'm also picking up here that this may come in as a surprise for some of you, for perhaps some of the people listening now. The energy that these cards represent may show up as some sort of surprise for you. And it's obviously a pleasant surprise, right? I know that, there's a lot of people who have been working very hard towards reaching their goals. And it's not to say that you're not working hard if you happen to receive one of these blessed surprises, but it just means that you're not expecting what the energy that this Nine of Cups is going to bless you with in the month of August. So for a very few of you out there, this abundance, this opportunity will come in as a surprise for you, and that's lovely. Okay, so the energy that's beneath your primary energy, which is maybe not as obvious, if you will, as this Nine of Cups. Although I am picking up at this time that this energy will also be readily available for the sign of Gemini coming into the month of August. And we do have the Death card here. The Death card is all about transformation. It's all about, and it's coming up in the upright. So this is about endings, coming to conclusions and endings that place you in a position to see more increase in your life, see more peace and more abundance in your everyday experience. So very transformational energy is what this Death card represents. And it's also good to see this coming in with the Nine of Cups, right? So if this abundant energy is not something that you've had the opportunity to experience a lot of lately or consistently in your experience, if you have not experienced this abundant energy, then you're at a point where transformation is going to make that abundant way of living and that abundant way of expressing in the world possible for you. So something to be very mindful of for the sign of Gemini coming into the month of August, that you are this transformational energy is very much available to you, and to take every opportunity that presents itself to you in the month of August to transform old ways of being and old ways of thinking. All right, so that's your underlying energy there, and we'll put your Nine of Cups back at the top where it belongs. So out in the near past, we have the Six of Cups coming in the reverse. All right, the Six of Cups upright is all about reminiscing. It's a youthful energy. It usually speaks of someone showing up in your past or from your past, and it's actually coming in the reverse at this time for you as a distant past energy. So it could be that someone who you've recently reconnected with from your past is either no longer around you or they're on their way out. And I don't know exactly how that's going to play out. These are general readings. I give what is given to me, right? Whatever intuition comes to me. So it may not necessarily be what this tarot card actually means. I go with the intuitive sense that I'm picking up based on the energy of this card and based on the energy of those who will watch this video. So again, there may be someone who's headed out, out of your awareness here. In the more, and this makes sense, to see this Judgment card in your distant history, right? This Judgment card is all about just that. It's also a very transformational energy, as well as the Death card. So whenever I see these two cards combined, they're both major arcanas, and they both mean transformation. They both signify transformational energy. So in your distant past here, you've had a lot of this transformational energy, and perhaps the energy of Judgment is why if this applies to you, that there's someone maybe moving out of your awareness. Perhaps this Judgment in your distant past is what's causing this movement in your recent past. That's why I said that makes sense to see this Judgment card in your distant past. But again, more so than just meaning judgment. And of course, this Judgment card, what's coming up for me now is that the Judgment card could also signify a legal proceeding in your distant past. If there's been maybe a divorce, a child custody hearing, a lawsuit, some sort of legal matter is what this Judgment card could be representing. And I do believe that that is the case for a small number of people. But more generally speaking, I believe that this Judgment card is signifying both transformation and the energy of judgment, coming to conclusions that have caused changes to occur in your life, right? Okay, so in the near future, here we go again with the Three of Coins. This is a very celebratory energy, and it's perfectly in alignment with this Nine of Cups energy that's over lighting the Geminis this month coming into August. So to see this Three of Coins energy in your very near future tells me that you will be celebrating some victories here. You will be celebrating some abundance in your life. And I want to caution, or I want to say that abundance is not just money alone, right? If you are abundant, if you have an abundance of friends, if you have an abundance of food, if you have an abundance of clothing, whatever, materially speaking, I'm really feeling to say that abundance is not just coins, right? So we have this Three of Coins energy coming in the near future for Geminis, which signifies celebrations. It signifies that you will be celebrating in some form or fashion in the month of August. You will be celebrating the abundance that is your natural heritage, and that's wonderful to see for Geminis. In your more distant future, we have the Fool, another major arcana. Looks like you came in with 3 out of 7 for major arcanas for the month of August. So that does signify some moving and shaking for Geminis coming into this new month. So the Fool is all about new beginnings, and seeing the Fool come up in the reverse and seeing this in your distant future. And by distant future, if I had to put a number on a distant future, what's coming to me now is maybe 3 to 6 months in terms of a distant future. There's a new beginning that may in some way be either stagnated or there's something about this new beginning in your near future or in your distant future that is not quite what you would have it be or how you're expecting that it may show up. So what I want to say to Geminis about this Fool coming in the reverse is to let go of your expectations of how things need to look. You have a lot of positive, very good positive energy, transformational energy around you in the month of August, and I would advise that you use that energy to your highest and best good, and that if you're able to let go of expecting things to look or be a certain way, when this new beginning comes up and it's not, all that you had hoped, then there's no suffering involved if you're able to let go of expectations. So that's what I want to say about this Fool coming up in the reverse in your distant future. You have a lot of very positive, transformational, and abundant energy coming in for you in the month of August, and I'm hopeful that you'll be able to take this information and apply it to your daily life so that you're able to experience this lovely abundance. All right, so let's go ahead now and take a look at the monthly guidance card for the sign of Gemini. And this month I am also reading from Kyle Gray's book that comes with these cards. I'm including the expanded meaning there just as an added bonus. I really do like the interpretations that Kyle Gray uses with these divine masters that are in this deck. And I'll give my interpretation as well, but we'll also add the interpretation from the book. So, what additional information, guidance is available for the sign of Gemini going into the month of August? What additional information is available for the sign of Gemini going into the month of August? All right, so this card jumped out, and sometimes when cards jump out, I will look at them and put them back in the deck, and then other times when a card jumps out, I can feel that card is the card that we're looking for. And in this instance, I did feel that this is the card that we were looking for. You are pulling Kuan Yin, care and compassion. And it says here, choose to be love. Do what is right for everyone involved. Offer a helping hand. So Kuan Yin is coming in with this magnificent, compassionate energy for the sign of Gemini, asking you to offer care and compassion wherever you have the opportunity to do so. And I'm going to also read what the expanded meaning of Kuan Yin is in the actual book here. It says, first of all, the keepers of the light want to acknowledge all the service and commitment you have offered to others. You are all love. If you are finding it difficult with anyone at the moment, the best way you can move forward is to go beyond wanting to understand why or how they are the way they are. Just move beyond their behavior, mistakes, and challenges. This card brings a message of friendship and care, helping you see that those around you do have the best intentions, even if it doesn't always seem that way. Move into compassion and develop a greater understanding. This will elevate your spirit and connection to love. So just an absolutely beautiful message coming in for the sign of Gemini. I absolutely love that it says here that the keepers of the light are looking to acknowledge all of the service and commitment you have offered to others. So closing your reading out with this particular card, this doesn't seem so surprising to me that you have this abundant energy coming in for you in the month of August. You're a giver. You're a natural giver, and you give from a place of love and from your heart. And as a result, the universe is speaking back to you this month. The universe is opening doors for the sign of Gemini so that you can begin to harvest, to reap some of the goodness that you're consistently putting out there. So that's an absolutely lovely way for us to end the reading for Gemini for the month of August. I thank you for watching today, and do join me in the month of September for your next reading. Namaste.